Why, hello there, I'm Maris. This is GamerQuest. This is Table of Tales, The Crooked Crown. Do want to thank the devs for giving me a copy of this to check out. Now, this is a game that can be played both standard and in VR. As you can see, I'm going to play this in VR. We're getting everything settled in, looking around. You're in the attic of a building. Great environment this was in. Loved it. I actually at one point walked around to check stuff out. And I'm gonna apologize up front for the grid. I use the grid so I don't hit anything. I've decided to change it so it doesn't pop up. You're gonna see it pop up in this, and then you know, it won't be popping up in the VR games anymore. But you can see figuring out what I want here. So we're gonna do the story. So here we go. Wow, that signature looks like it's my writing. So there we go. Aunt Moira doesn't want to let go.
Hello there. Oh, my. Feels like I've been asleep for years.
How cool is that?
I suppose you're wondering what this is all about. I remember your aunt being just as surprised. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Arbitrix. I am the master of the table and a prodigious teller of tales. And you, my friend, are about to embark upon quite the adventure.
Now, one thing I found playing this
ready.
is I grabbed the stool.
The storm came out of nowhere. The ship is on its way back to the biggest port in the Crown's Islands. Its voyage has been a success. The substantial treasure on deck was, let's say, acquired by 4 scoundrels who hired the ship for their venture. Who are they, you ask? Pick them up and see for yourself.
So let's introduce ourselves.
This is Hammer, a violent thug who's really good at solving problems with her ironclad fists. If you want to know more about a scoundrel, place them on one of the plinths on the table edge near you. Introducing Horatio Nine Lives, the thrice blessed. The swindler came up with that name himself. This one calls herself Nuna. Don't ask where she got her heretical,
How cool is this? Damn.
illegal powers of dark.
Check that out. You can pick that up.
Potions with a rather questionable clientele. As the storm swells, Captain Frost abandons the wheel. As her there at the rail shouting nonsense into the wind. The crew aren't happy. They've bewitched the captain, yells first mate Barnabas. Abort this storm upon us. We must take the ship for ourselves. This is mutiny. A band of heroes would try and talk the crew around, but these are scoundrels. The best way they know to end a mutiny is to put it down.
Darn right.
Time to fight.
Here we go.
Each turn, you must spend all your yellow power pits to move, attack, or rest in order to defeat your foes.
So what she means is you see the little yellow markers. There's 4 on each person. You have to spend all 4 for that person's turn to be over. seeing how everything works. Now each one has a rest card.
Your scoundrel next to a foe. If you move too far, you'll begin to expend their power pips.
The rest does use up all your little pips, as they call them. So if you need to skip a turn, you can just rest, and it'll use them all up, and your dude's good.
Play this card on a foe within range to expend power pips and attack. One of the remaining crew comes up from below to join the fight.
Knocking people over. Luckily, they do right themselves if they're knocked down for too long. Also, your little figurines will move to a close spot if you can't, like, get it straight down.
To expend the rest of your power pips and fortify your scoundrel.
Dead.
Comes on deck. Looks like the whole crew is in on the mutiny. The scoundrels will have to defeat them all.
I have to say, with all the rain and the boat moving and everything like that, it's a very intense way to play a game like this, where you're moving like figurines and things like that. Think like a VR Warhammer, like Warhammer board game. This was great. Wait till you see some of the other environments that you get into. Like,
one of your scoundrels has lost all their health.
So
they
cool.
They can't do anything unless someone revives them.
Dead.
The sailors accounted for. The fight is nearly done. Hang in there.
definitely an intense fight. I like how the board itself raises and falls as you move the characters. Kind of makes it stand out a little bit more as well. Wish I had a bigger play area. It'd be really cool to be able to walk around this table.
There's a lot going wrong, and all your scoundrels will need to pitch in if they want any hope of surviving this storm. Try to choose the best scoundrel for each task. The more stars they contribute, the better. Place them on the skill checks and see for yourself. The captain has abandoned the wheel. Someone strong needs to steer the ship through this storm. The mast is creaking ominously. Someone fast needs to climb the rigging and trim those sails. The rope is about to snap. Better get someone smart to tie a better knot. Captain Frost is waving that pistol around with a mad gleam in her eye. Someone needs to talk sense to her.
So as you can see, that's my selections.
Lay
Here we
this
go.
card on the skill check to tempt it. Take and roll the die to find out if you succeed.
I threw him in the water. Go me.
She looks at them, the way a teacher looks at an annoying student. Calm? Oh, of course I'm calm. Calm as this ocean. So, no
Fail.
help from the captain then. And to think, these four paid to hire her ship.
Fail.
They
I did not
hold the
roll
wheel
good here.
steady briefly, but as the ship lurches in the gale, they're thrown painfully to the deck. Success! They nimbly climbed up and trimmed the sails, slowing the ship and saving the mast. Well done! And then the rabbit goes back into his hole. Yes, they did it! The cannon's not going anywhere. You've done all you can for now. The ship's as safe as it can be. And just as well as a giant wave is about to roll over the deck. Race for impact! I've always wanted to say that. Unfortunately for these scoundrels, there are only enough safe handholds left for 3 people.
Dun dun dun.
One of them is going to be washed overboard. The question is, which one? It's up to you who fails to hang on. Once you've made your decision, pick them up and throw them overboard.
Tough decision. Now, for anybody that's wearing a headset and you're hearing it her voice come from one side or to the other, that's because that's the way it is.
Only 3 scoundrels left. Knowing them, their first thought is that this means a larger share of the treasure.
You
There's
darn
no time
rootin'
to
tootin'
mourn
right.
or celebrate. You've survived, but your ship's badly damaged, and you're not alone.
How cool is this? Oh,
That's the
so cool.
Sunfish, the personal vessel of Solomon Sanko, governor of the Crown Islands. Ooh, he's taken a battering from the storm. Though, it's still in better condition than your poor ship. Wait, those aren't sailors. They're orcs. The most feared pirates in these seas. The governor and his captain are tied up on the deck. The orcs clearly don't want you interfering with their plans. Prepare to be boarded.
Here we go.
Good thing you secured the cannon. Now you can use it on the orcs. That must have hurt. The cannon's blasted away one of the orcs.
Obviously, you can see I'm trying to get the orcs to come over to my ship to bottleneck them. Or at least to start. Now, you see those two that were bouncing up on the deck of that ship? Those are friendlies. They have chains around them. I know it's a little hard to tell from this angle, but we'll get into that. Oops.
Things are looking dire, but all is not lost. You've bought Captain Starling enough time to free himself, and he's found his pistol.
There we go. So now, whenever anyone dies, your characters all automatically get a revive until that person's up. All things considered, the way the game is actually set up is very easy to grasp once you get started. Like, after that first fight, you should have no problem understanding, like, how things work, you know, what to do, things like that. And we're going to see in a couple minutes that as you complete quests and things like that, you will unlock abilities for each of your characters. So, you know, that list of skills that you have will continue to grow.
Some help from Captain Starling. Together, the scoundrels and the captain free Governor Sanko, who thanks you all profusely.
Your ship's in no shape to sail. You should come with us to the capital,
offers the governor.
There's my accept offer.
The governor's right. Your storm-battered vessel is headed to the
Oh,
bottom of
down
the
she went.
ocean. It seems the scoundrels have no choice but to bring their precious treasure aboard the Sunfish.
Oh, watch the scene change.
Excellent,
says the governor.
Take the cabin next to mine. When we get to Half Arch, You shall be properly rewarded for your bravery.
Half-Arch, capital and largest city of the Crown Islands. Home to fishers, traders, smugglers, artisans, privateers, and scoundrels.
Love it.
Come with me.
It looks
He
incredible in
insists Solomon
VR.
Sanko, the governor is determined to make good on his promise. Later that day, after a feast in his estate, the governor surprises the scoundrels with something they never thought they'd experience. Fame and glory.
All hail the heroes of Half-Arch. This is Hammer, warrior of true conviction and strength.
As you can see, I'm leaning forward to look close at everything.
Who protects us with mysterious powers. And finally, Horatio Ninelives, the thrice blessed swordsman and charming conversationalist. So be sure to speak with him tonight. Without further ado, let us begin the Heroes Celebration.
Cheering them on. They're knocking people over.
It's the heroes. Leaving already. As a shame. May we meet again in equally joyful circumstances.
Captain Starling says before excusing himself.
I hope you had a pleasant evening. The heroes of Half-Arch are always welcome in this city.
Says the governor before he's called back into the hall. After a round of farewells, the scoundrels slip away. Though they've lost one of their number, they've gained a second chance. They agree to split the treasure equally and go their separate ways.
So now here's where we're going to start to select.
Time for your award.
So there we go.
Choose a new ability and it's yours.
Summon Nightmare.
Choosing a deceptively humble pouch of precious gems, Nuna slips the treasure inside her sleeve before leaving, hopefully to a remote, peaceful island.
Next. Shattering Blow.
The hammer shoves a few bars of solid gold into her rucksack before leaving Half-Arch. She doesn't know what her future holds, but she's never been one for making plans.
I can't seem to keep this guy straight up for some reason. Hidden Dagger,
Horatio
shanking people.
gathers the precious rings, amulets, and earrings into his pack before returning to his party. Such things will prove useful in the upper echelons of society. And with that, the treasure chest is empty, and our scoundrels, heroes, go their separate ways, vowing to put their scoundrel days behind them. And
Really,
they
really
did.
awesome game.
Well,
Devs did a
at
great
least
job on
for
this.
some time.
Thanks for watching. Like the video, and I'll see all you guys later. And let's just let this pass real quick. How cool is this? Really, really spectacular. Take care. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to donate, go to gamerquest.tv/donate, and I will see you on the next video.